Hi crocheters of the world! In this tutorial we will make a fedora hat. It is my version of the fedora hat. I just wanted to make a hat, a fedora hat that is really fashion, and I hope I succeeded on doing this. I like it really. I think it's nice. It's not the same hat, crochet hat. It's something else. It's something, as I said, fashion. It's something, let's say, a little bit particular, but really nice. And I think it can be a nice touch for a casual outfit. So I saw it in pictures on web, and I said, why not a crochet fedora hat? And that's it. So now let us begin. This is mine, and now in this tutorial, in this tutorial I will make another one for my husband. So let us begin. So I worked my hat with 2 threads of yarn like this, and can you see what a nice variegate effect gives it to the hat? And I think it's really I don't know, nice, this effect to this hat. So this kind of hat, this pattern, this, I don't know. And now I will work with 2 strands of yarn with a dark blue and a clear blue, variegate actually by itself. So and with a 5mm hook. So to make this hat you need to work very not very, but enough, tight enough, because it must has a good shape. Yes, a good shape. Now let us begin with a chain of 8, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, and 8. Okay. Now to begin to work in our first, in our last chain, we will just chain 1 again. And now into the chain number 8 we can begin to work our first half double crochet. So the project is made with the whole project is made with the half double crochet. So now we are working a half double crochet into each of our 8 chains. Okay. We need some markers. I will need safety pins, 3 markers actually we need for this project, just for the crown, because you know we have to increase a little bit, so that's why we need markers, to be sure. And okay, so this is the first part. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have our 8 half double crochet. Now into the same last chain we will work 1 more half double crochet. Let's say it's the turning stitch, and into the same chain we will work the first half double crochet of the opposite part. Now this is the first, and we will go on and work into the loops of the chain, 8 more half double crochets, so in each of our 8 chains, loops of the chains that are left unworked, you know, as we work for the sole of the crochet booties or okay. So this is what we have. We have 8 plus 1 turning stitch and 8. And now I just want to put my markers, so I said we need 3 markers plus 1 that we will need to mark the increases, but you'll see later on. Okay, so now I have these 8, and into the last chain where I worked my last stitch I will put 6 more half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 6 more half double crochets, and now into the first half double crochet worked, insert your hook and slip stitch to join. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Now we will go on, but we will chain 1 and turn. Okay, to begin each of our rounds we will chain 1 and turn your work with the wrong side facing you. Now don't work the first here, actually the first stitch where you worked your joining slip stitch. Just we want to work in our 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in our 6 turning stitches, and into these stitches we will work in each of them a increase. So 2 stitches in each of our 6 stitches, turning stitches here. And as you can see, we don't use the same number of turning stitches at both tops, let's say, ends of our crown. So here we'll have more and here we'll have less stitches. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4 into the third, 5, 6 into the fifth, 7, 8, no, sorry. So 1, 2 into the first, 3, 4 into the second, 5, 6 into the third, 5, 6, 7, 8 into the fourth, yes, 9, 10 into the fifth, and 11, 12 into the sixth. Okay, so now we have 12 stitches here. Okay, and here we have the marker for our constants, so 8 stitches, okay, on one side, and on the other side we'll have 8 stitches, our constants. So I will work the first of these 8 and put the marker again and go on with my 8 stitches. So 1 just worked, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oops, and 8. You know that here we have only one turning chain. Put another marker into the 8th stitch here, and this will mark actually our constants. So the first and the last stitch of our constants on one side. Now into this stitch here we want to work 3 stitches, so 3 half double crochet into this turning stitch, 2 and 3, so 3 turning stitches, 1, 2, 3. Now we want to work the second, so the other constants of 8 half double crochets, so 1, and I will put a marker here too. Okay, now I have all my 3 markers here for the constant parts of my crown, of the crown of my hat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and here where we slip stitch to join, we will work our last stitch, the 8th one of the constants, and into the first stitch worked insert the hook and slip stitch again. And now you will see that your work is curved on this end where we have less stitches, and this is good. Okay, third round, chain 1 and turn. Don't work your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So don't work your stitch here, the very first one with the slip stitch. We will work it at the end, always at the end. So work the next one first. And we work our constants, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 into the stitch with the marker and put the stitch back. Okay, I worked my first constants, and now I am here where I worked at the end that I have less stitches, so I have actually 3 stitches, and I will work the first one normally, so 1 half double crochet. Into the second one I will put a increase of 3 stitches, so 1, 2, 3 stitches for this increase, and the last one we will work it normally. Okay, so this is what we have. Now take the marker and work your constants. So it's pretty easy. Put back your marker. I know that it's a little bit okay, so we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, the stitch with the marker. 8. Okay, now this is what we have so far, and we are here where we have our 12 stitches. Now for these 12 stitches we will work like this. I want to count 6. Oops, I want to count 6 and I need the 4th marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and into the 7th stitch put your marker, because we will work like this on our 6 stitches. The first, it's a normal stitch. The second, it's an increase. So 2 stitches into the same stitch. Then 1 normal stitch. Then a increase into the next stitch. And a normal stitch. And an increase into the 6th stitch. Okay, now the same thing until the end, but we will begin on the other 6 stitches. We will begin with an increase. So increase into the first, normal stitch into the second, increase into the third, normal stitch into the fourth, increase into the fifth, and normal stitch into the sixth, which is this one where we did our slip stitch into the previous row. So insert your hook and work your normal stitch, and we begin and we finish with a normal stitch. Okay, now slip stitch to join into your first stitch. Worked. Okay, and this is what we have so far. This is our 3rd round. We have 2 more to finish the crown. Now chain 1 and turn. We have our 18 stitches here. Okay, from 12 with our increases we have now 18, and we will work like this. We want to count 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So into the 10th, insert your marker. Sorry. So we count 9 and put the marker into the 10th, and now we will work like this. 1 normal stitch, 2 normal stitch, and into the 3rd we put a increase. Then again 2 normal stitches, 1, 2, and into the 3rd an increase, 1 and 2, and the same thing for the last 3 stitches of the first 9 stitches, okay, of our 18. 1, 2, and into the third an increase. So actually we had 9 stitches plus 3 stitches more, because we just put 3 increases. We have 11 stitches on one side, and we need 11 stitches on the other side. So let's go and make the same thing. So we will begin with an increase, then 2 stitches normal, increase, 2 stitches normal, increase, 2 stitches normal. Now take off the marker and let us begin, as I said, with an increase, 1 and 2, an increase, and into the next 2 stitches put just 1 stitch in each of them, then into the next an increase, 2, and 1, 2 normal stitches, then into the next an increase, and the last 2 stitches normal stitches. Okay, so now take off the marker, work the first of our 8 half double crochets here, and put back your marker and continue on with the constants. So 1 is just worked, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 is the last, the stitch with the marker, 8. Okay, now put back the marker, and here we have 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, we will work like this. Work normally 2 stitches, so the first one and the second one, and into the third let's work an increase with 3 stitches. So work 3 stitches into the third stitch. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then 1 stitch into the next stitch, into the fourth, and 1 stitch into the fifth stitch. Now work the constants and we will be ready with the 4th round. So I finished my 4th round, just slip stitch to join, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, and this is what we have. Now for the 5th round, chain 1 and turn and work your first constants, so first 8 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 into the stitch with the marker. Okay, put back the marker. And here we have our 7 stitches, and we will work 3, 1, 2, 3. Into the 4th stitch we will work an increase with 3 stitches, so 1, 2, 3 stitches worked into the same 4th stitch, and the last 3 stitches worked normally. 1, 2, 3. And now we have 9 stitches here. Okay. Now we work the 8 stitches. Put back the marker and work your 8 stitches. Okay. And on the back side, because this is the front side where we have less stitches, is the front side of the hat, and this is the back side. So on the back side we have 24 stitches. Now let us count 12. We divide it again. We divide again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and into the stitch 13 insert your marker. Now work like this, the same thing as we did first. So 1 and 2 normal stitches into the third A increase. So 1 and 2 normal stitches into the third, an increase. 1 and 2 normal stitches, and into the third, an increase. So 1 and 2. Okay, oops. Again 1 and 2 normal stitches, and into the third, which is actually our last stitch of the half part, an increase. And we will do the same thing on the other side. So we can take off the marker because we don't need it anymore. We begin with an increase, 1 and 2 into the same stitch, and 2 stitches normal. Work 1 stitch into each of them. Then into the third, an increase, 1 and 2 together. Then into the next 2 stitches, 1 half double crochet in each of these. Then an increase, then 2 stitches normal stitches, so in each of them 1 stitch, then an increase, and into the last 2 stitches put just 1 half double crochet in each of them. The last is this with the slip stitch, always at the end of the round. Okay, insert the hook into the first stitch worked and slip stitch to join, and this is what we have now for our crown of the hat. So as we finished the crown, we have here our constants, so 8 plus 8, which is 16, so we have 16, plus here we have 9 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So plus 9, and here after all, after the last round of increases, we have 12 on one half, 12 plus 4 increases, 16 plus another 16, there are 32 stitches, so plus 32. So we have a total of 57 stitches all around. Okay, now for the first round will be a round of, I just want to show you, just because we want to create this shape of our crown, of teardrop shape, and pinch here a little bit, you know, the classical shape of a fedora hat. And this is what I read on the Wikipedia, so it's not Wikipedia is not mine, this idea, but I just wanted to be sure of the shape of the crown, because the crown is all. Okay, so this is the shape that we have to give to our hat if you want a fedora hat. Now chain 1, and we will work a round of single crochets, but into the back loops only. So 1, 2, so back loops only, these loops that are 3, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually for me it's a little bit difficult because I have 2 strands of yarn and I must be attentive to take both of them. Okay, and meanwhile you are working this round, just count them just to be sure. Okay, and we can of course take off all of our markers because we just finished with our increases for the crown. So go on and work your first round of single crochets, 57 single crochets. So I finished my first single crochet round. My first round, it's my first round of the hat, of the headband, actually, of the hat. And now of course we have only 57 stitches and we need more to create the size of our hat, and the size is created step by step, so round by round, adding 2 or 3. So adding, yes, 3 or 4, sorry, 3 or 4 increases per round. And into this first round of half double crochets we will add 3 increases. The rule is that the increases are randomly, so put randomly actually, but only on the sides and on the front part, never on the back side, because we want the back side to be well round and actually straight. Okay, so that's why we will put the now it's up to you how many increases you want to put, so it's up to you and to your head actually, because you need a hat that fits your head or the head for whom you are working your hat. So I want to increase, let me see, a kind of 15 stitches plus minus, so 16, actually 16 stitches. So from 57 I will be, yes, 73, 74 stitches. Okay, but I will show you how you can measure the circumference of your hat in just to be sure that you need to add more increases. Okay, for this round, first round of half double crochets, we will put 3 increases, so 1 on one side, 1 on the top of the hat, and 1 on the other side. 3 increases put randomly in these 3 parts of the hat. Okay, go on and work your second round with these 3 increases. So you will have with these 3 increases you'll have 60 stitches, and at the end of this first round of half double crochets of the headband.